Hey guys, it's Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. You are coming in video number 2 in a series of 3. This is our Dragonfly Garden Stamp-A-Stack for February. We are going to make a gorgeous stack of 6 cards with this Stamp-A-Stack. There is an optional kit available in the Kitchen Table Stamper store while supplies last. You can check out, see if there's Dragonfly Garden Stamp-A-Stack kits to follow along with the Dragonfly Garden Stamp-A-Stack. So in video number 1, we made this gorgeous thank you card. This kit makes 2 of each card. Video number 2, we're going to pick up and make this gorgeous Misty Moonlight card. There's enough supplies in the kit for 2. And video number 3, we'll work on this gorgeous Bumblebee card. Bumblebee is the color. I know that's a dragonfly. All right, so let's take a look in our kit and grab the materials we need for our Misty Moonlight card. The kit contains the card kits with envelopes to make 6 cards. Your die cutting and punching is done for you. You get a quarter of a package of the Dandy Garden Designer Series paper, more than enough to finish your cards and leave you with some to play with. You get 5 yards of linen thread and half a package of these great little ladybug trinkets. We need these Misty Moonlight kits, so let's set aside everything else. I'm going to show you the contents of the kit and then we'll talk about our Designer Series paper. So inside the kit, you've got your Stampin' Up envelopes, your card bases. They're 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And then you'll have some Whisper White cardstock for stamping your background and sentiment, and some Seaside Spray cardstock. This cardstock has already been embossed for you if you get the kit. We used the Tasteful Textiles 3D embossing folder. And the nice part about this folder and this design, if you're following along without the kit, we already do it for you if you've got the kit, but you can put this piece 2 in the folder and do them at one time. So nice little tips about Stamp-A-Stack. These pieces are 3 3/4 by 2 3/4, and our Whisper White pieces are 3.5 by 2.5. So there's your kit. Let's go ahead and pull in our Designer Series papers here for a minute. You can use any Designer Series papers from the pack that you like, whatever you think coordinates nicely with the cardstock pieces and the dragonflies. We've got here 2 each of this fun little bumblebee with dandelions. We've got this Misty Moonlight with kind of a rope pattern and this kind of a burst pattern on Bumblebee. These pieces are 3/4 of an inch by 3 3/4. So you'll cut 6 of your choice. All right, let's get our background stamping done. Your card bases come scored for you. Let's work those scores. I love my mini grid paper. Let's protect our surface. We've got this dragonfly that has the solid body. We're going to do a random stamping on the background of these cards. Misty Moonlight on Misty Moonlight. You can kind of work your way around the edges a little bit, knowing that your center will be primarily covered. Okay, backgrounds are done. Well, we've got our Misty Moonlight. Let's make our dragonflies for our focal piece. Got my wing, that's the fill-in. It's kind of a speckly pattern. It's so much fun. We've got one of those half sheets of Whisper White cardstock that was included in your kit. We're gonna go ahead and stamp 2 dragonflies. Got 2 with Misty Moonlight, and then let's fill in the wings. We're going to use Seaside Spray, and it doesn't match up perfectly, but that's okay. It's got kind of an artistic flair to it. And when you punch it out, it looks great. All right, one more little Misty Moonlight. While we've got it, let's take our white pieces from the kit and the sentiment, you're an inspiration. And let's stamp that in the bottom right corner. Never hurts to practice a sentiment first. Now let's switch out our ink. We're gonna grab Bumblebee and So Saffron. Gonna have to switch the wing color. So let's wipe that off with our Simply Chamois. Make sure it stamps clean. Now our little blue dragonfly needs some buddies, so I'm going to take the open body dragonfly. We're going to ink that up in Bumblebee and stamp a few around the edges. And there's our little swarm now. So Saffron, let's fill in the wings, but we are going to stamp off in between each little spray. So Saffron, stamp off, fill in. And let's repeat for our second sample. I love this combination of blue and yellow. Let's clear away the Stampin' pads and get this card assembled. Got my Stampin' Seal Plus. Going to add my Seaside Spray textured layer centered. Then we'll take each of these Designer Series paper strips. We'll lay them down spaced equally across the front of the card here over the texture, but it'll be under our stamped panel. I like to do right, left, and then center. We can put right in the middle. We'll get as close to even placement as we can get. Ooh, those little bumblebees were cute. We could use those. And then you're an inspiration. Let's repeat that on our second card here. Okay, there's both pieces. Let's punch out our dragonflies. They're nice and dry by now. Fold up the wings. And add some multi-purpose liquid glue on the body. Okay, set him right in there with his buddies. Those two look like they're kissing. All right, we need some little bows. I need my kit. Here's some linen thread. We're just gonna tie kind of a loopy bow. We can have some a little bit longer tails for this project. They bring a nice texture and a little variation in color. I like to just add a little multi-purpose liquid glue on the knot and stick it right to the corner. This guy needs a bow too. I'll get a second one here. Now before we go any further with this one, sometimes card base is kind of dark and it's hard to write our message inside. So with the Misty Moonlight, we make sure to give you a little bit more Whisper White cardstock in your kit. Let's go ahead and grab our paper trimmer. Let's cut this down. We're gonna do 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And we'll put a little liner inside the card. We always like to include a little extra white cardstock when we're using a dark color card base, and we usually leave the decoration of that white and that inside layer up to you, but today I'm going to add a little something. Got a sentiment here that says, may good things grow all year long. I think if somebody is an inspiration, you might like to wish them, may good things grow all year long. Let's go ahead and stamp that with Misty Moonlight. Just doing it right in the center. In both panels. And now I've got this little spattering of flying dragonflies. Let's add a few. All these little white dragonflies that have come off with our punch. We're going to add one of those right inside next to our sentiment. It won't add any bulk, but it adds just a little sweet touch to the inside. So simple and sweet, isn't that? What a fun surprise, right? There it is, outside and inside. Let's grab a little ladybug charm. It's a little crowning jewel of our craft, don't you think? Grab a mini glue dot. We'll set it right over the knot. And there you go. There's card number 2, the kitchen table stamper. Dragonfly Garden Stamp-A-Stack. If you've got any questions about the project, if there's anything I can do to help you stay crafty, email marissa@kitchentablestamper.com. And to shop 24/7, you can buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net and then check out and see if there's a Dragonfly Garden Stamp-A-Stack kit for you to follow along with this class. You can visit kitchentablestamper.com/shop. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video where we'll make this fun Stamp-A-Stack card. Isn't this great? All right, guys, thanks for watching.